All right, guys, we're back with another Let's Argue video. The first one was relatively successful, so I think we're going to keep it up for at least a couple more.
Yeah, we'll try.
The topic today, carbs versus net carbs.
And I think this is a stupid question.
Yeah, it is really stupid. I mean...
But there's so much, controversy. People are so heated about, total carbs versus net carbs.
Yeah, you gotta pick a side. Yeah. It's weird.
So we're going to pick a side today, and we're going to share with you why.
Honestly, there is no side. The best thing is you can do whatever makes you feel good. If you're getting results, that's mostly what matters. But you should be counting net carbs. And the reason why is because the idea behind counting things is to get the most accurate depiction of what is actually happening in your body, right? That's why we count calories, macros, all of that. We want to kind of start measuring things so that we can manage the results. So to me, certain things like don't count carbs from veggies makes no sense because they count. So that's just one example. I think carbs versus net carbs kind of falls into that category. So let me just lay out my case real quick. To get net carbs, you're subtracting soluble and insoluble fiber from the total, right? And sugar alcohols, but that's more arbitrary. We're not going to talk about that for now. Insoluble fiber, that is not digested. That means it doesn't turn into glucose in your body like starches and sugars. So why would we count it the same way? Soluble fiber also does not turn into sugars in your body. It turns into short chain fatty acids, not impacting you the same way as starches and sugars. That's kind of all you need to know in my opinion. Also, there's the fact that the rest of the world, they list net carbs as total carbs because it is essentially the only available carbohydrates to your body. You can also look into a lot of studies that show soluble fiber actually lowers the glucose response from sugar. So say you just eat 10 grams of sugar. If you eat 10 grams of sugar and 5 grams of soluble fiber, you will have a lower glucose response because of that added fiber. That's pretty much the case for counting net carbs. I think when you get into maybe gray area is when you start talking about Quest bars and packaged things like that.
Right. That maybe if you're consuming on a regular basis, you can test out for yourself simply using a blood glucose meter. As far as total carbs go and tracking those, the biggest argument I hear is that it's restricting you more essentially, right? So you're eating less.
People love pain. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so you're eating less carbs overall because you're counting total and it's 20 total versus 20 net, right? So 20 net could be 50 total in actuality. If you want to be more restrictive, using total carbs helps you stay on track, great. Do that.
That's a terrible argument because then why not just do 10 net carbs? That makes more sense to me than counting total carbs. Just do less net carbs.
Sure, exactly. If you are just looking for a way to be restrictive, exactly, you don't have to fight for total carbs because you can do the same thing with net carbs, or it doesn't matter altogether, right? Just be better on your diet, keep your carbs low, and who cares if it's total carbs or net carbs, and you'll have success. I was doing 20 net, but then when I dropped to 20 total, I lost a lot of weight.
No, I think the reason most people are attracted to the concept of total carbs is because you are then better than the people doing the 20 net carbs.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of hold that over them. If you're on Facebook, you're in the Facebook groups. I do total carbs. You guys suck. I'm more restrictive than you.
Yeah.
I fasted for 22 hours yesterday.
I will say that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just like a contest of why am I better than you, as opposed to actually just caring about myself, figuring out what's working for me, getting to my goals, not showing you that I'm getting to my goals and my goals are better than your goals type of a thing. Also, it doesn't hurt to keep tabs on both. You can do that too, right? And usually 50 total carbs comes out to about 20 net carbs, kind of the same thing. So that's pretty much our take on carbs versus net carbs. Comment below, as always, guys, with your responses. Change our mind on this. Give us some facts that we should start considering. Maybe we'll change our opinion. And going back to our previous video, I think we're going to do this at the end of every new video. We're going to read the best responses that you guys upvoted to the previous Let's Argue video, which is keto products are a good thing. So top response was by Irma Wana. Keto is almost hijacked with keto products, cookies, bars, ice creams. Most of them are loaded with questionable ingredients and very pricey. We mock the vegans with their fake meat, but keto products are just as bad.
Okay. Hijack. That's you started off very negative there. I don't like the use of hijack. That's just my opinion.
I think we make fun of vegans because they're denying their biological need for animal products.
The truth.
With us, it's Everyone knows hyper processed carbohydrates are delicious. Like humans want those. We're just trying not to eat them. It's a little different, but I see what you're saying. This is from Jennifer Wellman. I have a problem with a lot of the keto products out there because they have the word keto on them. They're 25 to 60% more expensive, and sometimes they really aren't as keto as they claim to be. Yeah, I mean, clever marketers are going to capitalize on keto, of course.
Right, and they are. And so that's something that you have to be accountable with. You have to look at the ingredients. You have to do your research and be knowledgeable about what you should be looking for, what you should be staying away for. That's true, what you said, but that doesn't change my mind in the fact that, you know, the more products, the better.
I don't think it's just more markup. Like they're not profiting more. The ingredients just cost more.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Mike Lloyd. Keto products are useful, but I think they should be used like a supplement rather than a diet staple. My reasoning for this is that people can become dependent on them and fall off the wagon if they don't have access to them when they need them.
Okay, so I don't think you're really trying to change our mind there, but you are making a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe eating less packaged goods is going to be better for you, and I think that's a fact.
So it's not like a nuanced opinion though. Like no one's going to be like, no, you're not eating enough packaged foods. Like
or
we all
I need to be dependent on these in order to be successful.
I get what you're saying, of course.
Right. It's
Less processed food is good.
But if I become reliant on packaged products or Quest bars, is that my fault? Or is that the company's fault for putting all these products out there?
It's your fault.
So that's what I'm saying, right? I think that's what we're getting at. It's like, it's a great point. You should consider it, but that doesn't, negate the fact that products are a good thing.
That's a great point. A lot of these responses are taking the responsibility off of the individual and putting it onto the companies. Like the market's going to do what it do, right? If there's a market for keto products, it's on you to not eat them. It at least gives you the option. Like, hey, they're there. You can take them. You can not take them. It's your personal responsibility. But this is fun. I think, keeping like a carryover thing that we do maybe every 2 weeks, every month, with one cool topic where we get your feedback. The videos kind of string together where we read the top responses. This could be cool.
Yeah, and someone picked this topic, right?
Yeah, so 2 things you can comment below. Topic for next video and your response.
Thanks for watching, guys. This was really fun.